Hi everyone and welcome back to the zombies. In the previous video we unlocked the second Dark Aether rift, so it's time to actually dive into it. If you are not sure about the previous steps, check out the countermeasures mission and unlock process guides that I will link in the description. Similarly to the Outlast Dark Aether, the new rift is identical in layout and contracts between regular and Elder versions, with Elder having half the time to complete everything, tougher enemies and better rewards. I will show the walkthrough for the Elder version. Regular is the same in principle, just easier. Before we begin, I have to stress though, the Dark Aether is not designed to be done solo. It is possible and I will show you how, but it's just a much better experience as a team and is significantly easier than solo. So don't hesitate to look for teammates, even if you infill solo. It makes sense to just send a chat to the server asking them if someone is planning to go to Dark Aether and then team up with people. Now, that out of the way, let's get to preparations. As of now, the most sensible weapon to take for this run is a flamethrower or jack purifier attachment. It fits into any assault or battle rifle, so exact weapon is a question of your personal preference, as long as it has the purifier attachment for underbarrel. I have no idea whether the purifier is going to be nerfed in the future, but I really hope not, since it's not only very OP for high tier content, it's also a great fun to use. If you don't have the purifier unlocked yet, set it as a priority item in your armory unlocks, it's well worth it. If it does get nerfed, or if you don't want to use the flamethrower for any reason, your usual top tier weapons choice applies. Lockwood 680, Dual Swarms, Haymaker, all great options for this. You want your rarity as high as possible, legendary preferred or epic at the very least. And of course Punch 3. Brainrot ammo mod is highly recommended too. Secondary weapon is optional, but if you have a Scorcher lying around somewhere, it's a good idea to take it for mobility purposes. For your equipment, you do want to bring all the good stuff. Golden plates, ether blades, all of it makes your life infinitely easier. These are not strictly necessary, particularly when you run in a squad that knows what they're doing, but for your own first proper solo run, you really want those items. Things get intense as is in Dark Aether, make your life a bit easier. Next, you want to take 3 or 4 Casimir grenades with, which can be bought at the buy station in the red zone for 5000 points each, and at least 1 sentry gun, more if you are not taking the flamethrower with. Definitely take a dog with you. As much as dogs are not helpful in countermeasures mission, they are a necessity in the Dark Aether. Tier 3 dog is enough, so get 3 chunks of flesh in the round and get a dog in the red zone. If you have a dog bone, just take it with as a spare in case your doggo gets killed. Buy all the perks, or at the very least get Juggernaut, Speed Cola, Stamina Up, Quick Revive and PhD Flopper. Tombstone is a good idea so that if you happen to die, you at least get to keep whatever you found by that point. Fill the rest of your inventory with self-revives, just in case. As you can see, the shopping list is quite long. You really want to be fully stacked when going in solo. Don't forget about Sigil. If you want to venture into regular rift, you can farm the Sigil from contracts in the red zone right in the match. If you want the Elder, you'll need to get one in the regular Dark Aether beforehand and bring one into the round. Ready? Get up the hill in G4 grid, slot the Sigil into the portal and off we go. Once you spawn in, the first contract HVT Hunt is located right behind you in the big warehouse building. Run in, use the containers in the middle to jump through the window of the raised office area and you'll find the bunny to your right in the corner of the kitchen area. Target location for this contract is randomized as well as the target itself. You can get a Mimic, Mangler, Disciple or Mega Abomination. This is also the hardest of the contracts and potentially takes the most time, so that's why it makes sense to do it first, while your dog is still alive and your stock of self-revives is untouched. Similarly to Al-Baghdad Rift, the Said City Dark Aether has 3 contracts total, with Escort being replaced with the Hunt, while Outlast and Extractors are the same. There is a notable difference though. In Albagra you really only needed a single full run to acquire every schematic it has to offer. This is not the case here. You are guaranteed at least one schematic, but you never know which one, and it may only be one in the whole run. So unless you are extremely lucky with the loot drops, you'll probably need multiple runs to get all 3 plans available here. Also note that all classified items do drop as loot here, so you have a good chance to get dog bones, gold plates and ether blades as acquisition rewards. Once you make your way to your contract target, dispose of it by any means necessary. Flamethrower kills anything except Mega Abomination in no time at all, and takes Mega most of the way down too. If you do hit a Mega Abomination, place one of your sentry guns down, it will help in the fight significantly. If you go down at any point, rely on your dog for revive. Not only it saves you a selfie, it also makes the dog teleport to you, taking it out of any pickle it could be in at the moment. Once target is down, don't forget to grab your rewards. The next contract I usually do is an Outlast, though the order doesn't really matter and is mostly dictated by where you end up after dealing with HVT. Contract is located in E7 grid, on top of the tallest building on the front row. There's a ladder on the back of the building and it takes you straight up to the roof. The contract location is in the round cafe just past the amusement park. On your way there, you may want to hit the ammo cache located just outside the park wall on the east side of F7 grid. It's a rare opportunity to refill your flamethrower, and I totally missed it in my run. Once in the cafe, place your remaining sentry guns around, then activate the P&D. It's a bit of a tight environment here, so make sure to constantly move. Don't try to kill everything yourself. Let the sentry and your dog do a bulk of work. Use your ether blades, energy mines and only then weapons, while keeping mobile at all times. Brain rot mode comes very handy here. Try to target bigger zombies when you feel it's about to activate. Having a mangler doing part of your work is very useful. Once contract is finished, grab the rewards and start making your way to the final contract. It's located at the very top of the dome over the Said City Mall. The easiest way to get there is to use one of Aether tiers. There's one I'm using in the middle of the frontal gate structure, but there's also one at the back of the police station in I7 grid that's equally convenient. Grab the contract and start making your way towards the rocket's landing. You only have 3 minutes to disable all extractors, but that's more than enough. The strategy here is exactly the same as in Al-Bagra's case. Run up to the rocket while avoiding unnecessary confrontation, drop a Casimir and immediately push to overload the rocket. Once done, start running to the next one and repeat the process. If you go down here, I recommend using your self-revive immediately to save a bit of time, since the dog may take a while to respond. Once finished, you are all done and it's time to exfil. There's a total of 4 exfil points on the map, but if you are doing contracts in the same order as I am, it's really 2 that are convenient to get to. For some reason I prefer the exit in the warehouse building at the bottom left corner of C6 grid, but there's also one on the seabed on the right side of D9 grid that's pretty much the same distance away. I guess I just don't like the haze that covers it. That's really it for the Said City Dark Aether. I hope my video makes your own run a bit easier. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one.